Hello guys, welcome to Monkey Mansions. Right, just sort of do something a little different tonight, actually show you how simple this is to get it in. So we've got a nice square piece of glass there. Obviously I've got a couple of sections on, or a couple of layers on already. So for Steve, Stevie Turbo and everybody else, this is how we work into the corners, get down into these sort of more or less vertical positions, and just follow along. I'll be asking questions later, all right? So lay the glass on top, quite simply. We've got a low point here, high point here, low point there. We've got exactly the same on the other side. So just tear, 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 oh damn it, tear, tear down the middle, tear and tear. Okay, so that now will help us when we're glassing. So we put plenty of resin on. It doesn't matter too much at this stage because we will be drawing the excess off afterwards. What we need is a good amount on there. Get gravity to help us pull the laminates down into the center section. So we just do that. And so none of this is speeded up. This is me just working at my normal sort of glassing pace. And I'm sorry that I sound like a Devonshire dumpling, but that's because I am a Devonshire dumpling. Right, so literally just stippling it on. And Steve, you'll see here, look, where it's starting to ruck and fold, exactly the same there. Don't panic, don't worry about this kind of thing. Just get plenty of resin on. Okay, we're getting more and more rucks as we're doing this. I've actually managed to get quite a lot done today because the weather down here in Plymouth has been really quite poor. So I've got the glassing done and everything, or the gelling I should say, done today. So right, now we've got to sink this right down. The weight of the resin is actually helping. So all we do is we just tap it really quite gently. There's no huge force going there, and already like you can see where we're down to the bottom, to the actual base, and we just keep working away at that. Work it into the corners quite nicely. This is layer number 3 going on now. So Steve, lots and lots of bubbles, as you can see. Look, just work them out with a brush. Work them to the outside, and then they're not trapped in corners. Got quite a big bubble there, so we just work it up. Big bubble there, work it up. Always take it out to the nearest edge. Bubbles in there. Nearest edge in this instance is this area, so we just work it up. Right, big crease like this. Literally work it to the outside. It's quite simple. So there's no real pressure at all being applied to the laminates because the resin is soaked through, and it just helps to pull it down into position. Alright, so that's it. Quite quickly done. And then what I do, I take my laminating shears and I literally just trim off the excess. Doesn't matter if the glass pulls a little bit, as you can probably see it doing. Now again, we've got a fair few rucks and bubbles there. Don't need to put any more resin on there because it's already really quite wet. So we just tap it out. And basically what this does is it pulls the resin through from the underlying laminate, and then you don't end up with a hugely resin rich moulding. Work it right into the corners. You don't have to press it. When you're laminating, if you actually press too hard, what you're doing is you're compressing the laminates, and that in turn makes them thin in the compression area, and then it's not very strong at all. So we're just literally easing this in. You can see areas here like where there's way too much resin, but we're not too worried about that just at the moment, because we literally just pick it up on the brush and wipe it off. Now again, Steve, for you with your question earlier on today about the roller picking up, this is a thin roller here, and you can see quite clearly that the edges are rounded, or the ends of the roller are actually rounded. So when you're working, there's no huge pressure to apply. Literally all you're doing is rolling the bubbles out. It's quite simple. Just work them out, and then we use a smaller roller. This is a bucket of acetone, just a very small amount of acetone in there. Not a good idea if any of you guys smoke to be smoking over that if you're having a go yourself, because it will make a mess of your garage or your workshop, because it's incredibly flammable, this stuff. So literally we're just working it in. Very, very easy, virtually no pressure on the roller at all. Just work it in there a little bit. Tiny little bubble that you can see. And now it's gone. A couple of little ones down there. Just work any bubbles to the nearest edge. Now I will go over this now between every laminate, because we don't want to trap any more air in there than we absolutely have to. And there you have it. Simple as that. Cheers, bye.